Hello students, welcome to BTech 360. Today what we're going to cover is very important for students who want to study in Delhi or are people who are staying in Delhi. That's because now that you have your JEE percentiles in your hand, it's very important for you to know what rank you're likely to get, and based on that rank, what are your chances of studying in a good technical institute in Delhi across the three big institutions that you have in the city of Delhi or in the state of Delhi. Now you also should know that about 15% all India quota is something that all states do, and Delhi also has that. So I'll also take you through, for those students who are outside of Delhi, what exactly happens. So what we're discussing here is JAC Delhi, which is the JAC Delhi counseling is what we're talking of, and how do you fare. By the way, before I move further, please subscribe to BTech 360 and ensure that you get all the information that we keep providing for you people so that you take the best decision possible. Now coming back to JAC Delhi, the thing is, if you are in a 99.7 kind of percentile kind of a thing, your rank is, and I'm now talking of converting your percentile to your rank, typically you actually will have about 15 lakh students taking the exam by the end of April session. At least 15 lakh, it will be about 15 lakh to 15.5 lakh is our expectation. In the first round, in the Jan session, you're dealing with about 13 lakh. So you'll actually have another 2 lakh unique students getting added to the thing, and that's what will get you something. Now what you have at this point in time is this percentile, which is there with you. At this point in time, if you're having a 99.7 percentile, your rank would be about 4,350 to 4,500. If it is 99.5 percentile, it will be about between 7,251 to 7,501. 99.3 is 10,151, 10,151, 10,500. 99 is 14,500 to 15,000. Now this is a likely rank, and it keeps going down to 1.27 lakh. The reason why we do 1.27 lakh is, if you notice very carefully, between IIITs, NITs and GFTIs, which is government funded technical institutions, up to 1.25 lakh rank, you're likely to get into some branch in some college across these institutions. So that is the reason why we take it up to 1.27 lakh, which is about 91.5 percentile. But if you want to get a good branch and a good college and all, anything above 99 is what you need to be. In the sense, you should be about 15,000 kind of a rank to get into the best branch of the best college out there. So let me take you through JAC Delhi at this point in time. The first one, of course, is DTU, which is a prize catch always. We'll also do a separate video on the kind of placements that will happen at DTU in the next couple of days. But first, let's understand what are your chances of getting into DTU and what branches do they offer. These are seat matrix that you have. In CSE alone, they have about 442 seats. Electrical, they have 316 seats. Mechanical, 316 seats. Electronics and Communication Engineering, 190. Mathematics and Computing, this is a very good program. I'm surprised that it is not so much in demand in Delhi. Moving forward in the era of AI, this is much more powerful than what you see in the top also. Just be very cautious of this whole thing, that don't go by what was the earlier precedent. Because in the age of AI, some of these roles are just getting extinguished. And mathematics and computing would be out there because it's got a foundational science, which is mathematics. Then software engineering, you have 190. Civil engineering, you have 158. In IT, you have 127, engineering physics 121, biotechnology 80, chemical 80, environmental 80, mechanical engineering with specialization in automotive engineering 80, production and industrial engineering 80, computer science and engineering, data science and analytics. This is also a very good program, 64. Electronics engineering, VLSI design and technology 64, and information technology, cyber security 64. This is also a very good program, right? In all, they have 2,643 seats at DTU in Delhi. Now, what are the cores that you need? What are the kind of percentile and ranks do you need to get into any of these programs? I'll take you through that. For BTech CSE, if you're a Delhi state person, 11,352 is the highest closing rank for BTech Computer Science Engineering, 11,352. Now go back to the number that we're talking of. This is 11,352 would be about 99.2% to 99.3%. Percentile rather. Now, because remember 15 lakh students, so you remove 3,000, we are coming down to something like that. So which is what this is likely to be. You need to be 11,352 rank. If you are outside the state of Delhi, you need 6,200 rank, which is 99.6 percentile, and give or take 0.1 percentile here, but it is about 99.6 percentile. For BTech CSE data science, 12,442. They compete with each other, which essentially is about 99 point again 2 percentile or something like that. Here it's 6,268. For BTech Information Technology, 14,561, and for outside Delhi, it's 7,360. Right? We're talking of JEE Main rank. 2025 data is what we're referring to, but typically this is not going to change much because there is not much addition in some of these programs that you have. So this is where you land up with at this point in time. BTech in IT, cybersecurity, 19,027, 7,932. BTech Software Engineering, 18,706. 8,165. And BTech Mathematics and Computing, 20,458, 8,348. This year, this is going to be very, very competitive, is my opinion. Because in the age of AI, I keep repeating, maths will be standing ground and becoming the most preferred subject also. So we're talking of within the Delhi student versus outside Delhi student is what we're referring to at this point in time. If you want to also know the domicile rules for Delhi, because Delhi is very cagey about many things, I'll do a separate program on the domicile rules of Delhi. Of what happens if you're an NCR student. Do you actually become a, let's assume you're studying in NCR, but you are staying in NCR, but you're studying in a school in Delhi. What happens? These are questions that one needs to answer, so I'll also respond to that at some point in time. Now, again, continuing DTU, BTech Electronics and Communication, 22,778. If you're from outside Delhi, 9,569. BTech Electronics Engineering, 24,842, 9,836. Electrical Engineering, 31,589, which essentially is 98 percentile, 97.9 percentile, and 11,227 for outside state of Delhi. Mechanical, 45,443, 14,546 for outside Delhi. BTech Mechanical Engineering, normal, 44,365 and 16,022. BTech Chemical Engineering, 49,816, 16,697 for outside the state of Delhi. Production Engineering, 51,783 and 18,665. Civil Engineering, 56,161, 19,179. BTech Biotechnology, if you're a Delhi person, 59,055. Outside the Delhi, 19,876. BTech Environmental Engineering, 58,622 and 19,949. Remember, these are 15% seats. All India quota is what we're referring to out here. So that is what you're dealing with as far as DTU is concerned. Now the next part of it is NSUIT. Now NSUIT is one of the premier institutions in the country also, and of course Delhi students, all of them want to study here, and it's much in demand again, right? There are 3 institutions that are big in Delhi, as I told you. This is the second one that is there. This has 3 campuses, so we'll also discuss all the 3 campuses that we have in NSUIT. Now, what is the seat matrix? For CSE, you have 216 seats. CSE AI, you have 144 seats. CS and E Data Science, you have 72 seats. Mathematics and Computing, 90. Information Technology, 140. Information Technology, Network and Information Security, 72. Electronics and Communication Engineering, ECE, 216. Electronics Engineering, VLSI Design and Technology, 72. Electrical Engineering, 180. Instrumentation and Control, 180. Mechanical, 216. And Biotechnology, 90. In all, you have 1,692. Earlier, you have about 2,600 plus. Now, we're dealing with about 1,700 seats. Now, what is the score or rank that you need to get here? For BTech CSE, 10,907 is what you require for NSUT Delhi to get CSE branch there. From the outside the state of Delhi, it's 6,249. The second one is BTech Computer Science and Engineering, which is this data science, by the way. This data science program. It is 12,614 is the highest closing cutoff. We're talking of open category, and the highest closing cutoff is what we're referring to. And outside the state of Delhi, 7,037. BTech IT, 16,301, 7,651. BTech Mathematics and Computing, 20,967, and for outside the state of Delhi, 7,841. BTech IT Network and Information Security, 19,226, 8,583. Right? We're talking of outside the home state and within the home state, Delhi and non-home, and we're talking of open category. We're talking about gender male because we're not getting into extranumerary suites at this point in time, and we are also assuming disability to be not there. BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, 25,052. 9,819 if you're from the outside the state of Delhi. BTech Electronics Engineering, VLSI Design and Technology, 26,229 for Delhi students, 10,438 for outside Delhi students. BTech Electrical Engineering, 34,252 and for 11,618 for outside Delhi students. BTech Instrumentation and Control Engineering, 39,133, 13,847 for outside the home state students. BTech Mechanical, 48,319 and 16,519 for outside home state students. BTech Biotechnology, 60,434 and 19,843 for outside the home state students. Now we'll talk of the NSUT West Campus, which is in Jafarpur. They also have, as I said, there are 3 campuses, of which the first one we talked of the main campus. Now we're talking of the West Campus. There is also an East Campus, right? For Civil Engineering, they have 72 seats. For Geoinformatics, they have 72 seats. These are seat matrix. And Mechanical, they have 72. In all, 216 seats, right? What is the highest closing cutoff that you have for open category? Based on 25 data, 55,009 for Mechanical Engineering. Outside the home state, Delhi, 17,097. Civil Engineering, 61,299. When you take 61,299, with 95.9 percentile is what we're dealing with. 19,710 for outside the home state. BTech Geoinformatics is 62,530 and 20,300 for outside state of Delhi. Now we come to the East Campus, which is NSUT East Campus, which is in Geeta Colony. They have 3 programs: CSE Big Data Analytics 72, ECE, which is AI and ML 144, and CSE Internet of Things 72. In all, 288 seats is what we have. Overall, the BTech intake for all the NSUT is 2,197 seats across all the 3 campuses. Now here, what is cutoff? BTech CSE Big Data is 28,092 is the highest closing cutoff. 9,434 if you're from the outside the state of Delhi. BTech Computer Science and Engineering, Internet of Things, 31,856 for Delhi students, 9,720 for outside Delhi students. BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, AI and ML, 36,172 for Delhi students and 10,468. So it's very, very competitive for outside the Delhi students. For Delhi students, I think you actually have a bit of a free pass in this kind of competition that you have in a sense. Now the third one that we have is IIIT Delhi. What is the seat matrix that you have? The IIIT Delhi has CSE 121 seats, Electronics and Communication 64 seats, Computer Science and Applied Mathematics 64. This is a very good program again. Please look at this very carefully. Computer Science and Design 37, Computer Science and Social Sciences 36. Very nuanced program in this one is. Computer Science and Biosciences 64, Computer Science and AI 61, Electronics and VLSI Design 64, and Computer Science and Economics 21. In all, 532 seats is what you have in IIIT Delhi. What is the highest closing cutoff? Open category, BTech CSE and Applied Mathematics. This really is doing well, 9,923, and outside Delhi 3,898. BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, 20,168, highest closing cutoff, 5,169 for outside the home state. BTech Computer Science and Economics, again very, very good program, 10,658, 5,623 if you are not from Delhi. BTech CS and Social Sciences, 31,355, outside the Delhi 7,456. BTech Electronics and VLSI Design, 22,051 and 7,474 outside the home state. BTech Computer Science and Biosciences, 29,428, 7,638 if you are from outside Delhi. BTech Computer Science and AI, 29,567 if you are in Delhi and 17,061 if you are outside the state of Delhi. BTech Computer Science and Engineering, 20,194 if you are in Delhi and 17,553 if you are from outside Delhi. And BTech Computer Science and Design, 25,837 if you're in Delhi and 19,934 if you're from outside state of Delhi. So that is the numbers that you're dealing with. Now if you look at it very carefully, fourth one, this is only for women. First 3 that I discussed is, all genders are acceptable. This one is only for women and this does very, very well. In fact, this possibly for me is one of the best universities that have come in for women only, because the kind of placement that they get is extremely, extremely aggressive, right? And this institution has in all 1,169 seats, of which CSE's AI is 227, CSE alone is 227, Electronics and Communication Engineering Artificial AI is 152, Electronics and Communication Engineering just simple is 77, IT is 152, AI and Machine Learning is 77, Mathematics and Computation Engineering is 77, Mechanical and Automation Engineering is 97, Dual Degree BTech and plus MBA 6 years program, exit after 4 years is 32. And Bachelor's of Architecture is 50. In all, you have 1,169 program. You look at the highest closing cutoff. Remember, these only women only, so you actually have the ranks shooting up dramatically, right? So BTech CSE, if you're in Delhi, it's 50,687. Outside Delhi is 20,667. BTech CSE AI is 44,405. Outside Delhi is 23,158. BTech AI and Machine Learning 64,133. 25,326 for outside Delhi. BTech Information Technology 64,223, 25,486 for outside Delhi. BTech Mathematics and Computing 69,001, 26,176 for outside Delhi. BTech Electronics and Communication 75,759 for Delhi and 27,368 for outside Delhi. BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering 79,574 for Delhi and 27,449 for outside Delhi. BTech Mechanical and Automation is 92,818 for Delhi and outside Delhi is 30,228. BTech Mechanical and Automation Engineering with MBA is 94,672 and 61,577. I'll always advise people to just take it, after engineering, step back. Pushing yourself for a 6-year program right away is, I think, not good for your career. I don't know how they created a 6-year program, but anyways, it is there. My simple thing is, if you're doing BTech, do your BTech, get onto a job, learn the job, and then get onto an MBA. You'll learn a lot more in MBA also. But anyway, this is what you're dealing with as far as IGTUW is concerned. As I told you, I'm also going to do for each of these institutions a kind of placement scenario you have. What kind of expectation that you must have at a branch level for placement, right? We'll be doing that. If you want me to cover any other state also, please write to me in the message box, I'll do that. If you want me to cover any particular issue that you have, again write to me on the message box and I'll try to cover that also. Thank you so much. Namaste.